Welcome everybody to yet another Coffee Time with Hako, the show where I have my morning coffee and I yap into the void. Well met, and today I want to be yapping about a lighter, and I also want to be showing off this mug. It's one of my favorite mugs because it has my late Best Boy on it. So, with lighter, I'm gonna have to crawl to the cross a little bit. I might have, undersold? Shortened? Short-sold? I might have long bought lighter. I might not have realized how much he kinda actually does bring to the table. So, me, as many other people, kinda viewed lighter as a, just a plain old simple Kulida replacement. Because, he's a fire stun agent, she's a fire stun agent, and now they kiff. But after having used lighter extensively since I managed to pull him, and if you want to see my pulls, link to that is in the description. I gotta give credit where credit is due. He is pretty freaking cracked. So, stun is obviously nice, right? Stunning something is very nice. What I did not really, factor in, and that I feel like, hasn't really gotten the spotlight it deserves around his kit, is actually regarding his additional ability. So, this is an entire novel. It looks more complicated than it is. But the additional ability, Fighting Spirit. Isn't that what Caesar's is called? No, Battle Spirit or Fighting Spirit. Sorry, I'm a fake fan. So, with the additional with the Fighting Spirit, you can increase ice damage and fire damage of your team up to 75% if you manage to cap this out. My dudes in Christ, do you realize how much 75% just flat off is? You know what? Let's have a little bit of a look. Let's do a little pop quiz. How much do you think that you get from a fully upgraded disc 5? Which, for NDPS is kind of the most important disc. Should we look at Ellen's? A fully upgraded disc 5 gives me 30% bonus. Lighter gives 75%. That's these discs doubled and then double it half again. It is actually an insane amount of, buff to fire and ice. And it is quite disgusting, like how much it actually does. I have several videos in the making, kind of showcasing, how much of a difference this does for Bernice's damage, Lewis's damage, Soldier's damage, and also Ellen's damage. And here's the kicker with lighter, or the puncher. I do believe that he is, before his time, I do believe they did him a bit dirty with, releasing him slightly before Miyabi, and then also making him, reduce buff fire and ice. Now, that's quite a good book series. They did a little show, you might have heard of it, for the big screen for that. But imagine lighter if instead of buffing ice damage, he had been buffing physical. Dude, like he'd been more universally good than Caesar-ish. But he would have been so insane. He's done dirty because right now we don't have any ice agents. We have one ice carry, and if you were not playing this game in the first 2 weeks of the game's release, there is none. So half his kit you can't use with anybody. He's just in a weird state and he lacks carries. Or he lacks carries. So right now I think, the team that, fits him the best is probably a Soldier 11 team. And, not too many people these days are running Soldier 11 teams. But he does a lot, and I said this, in several videos before he released. I do think that Lighter's best days are ahead of him. I do not think that we have seen Lighter's best team yet. I think it is coming up ahead. And boy, he does so much. Like, I knew he was gonna be good at stunning. I had kind of slept on how good he was gonna be at buffing. Like, his buffs are, you know, they're actually pretty nutty, and his playstyle is super freaking fun. And, you know, hats off to the dev team, to Hoyo. I gotta say, every single event battle character we've had, they feel so unique to play, and you can feel their personality through their game style. Ellen, you feel like a shark, like, you know, you circle your opponent, you go in for the quick bites, circle opponent. Jujuan, you know, you feel like a, you know, overworked KK officer. Like, very much his own unique playstyle with, you know, building up and just waiting to unleash hell on stun windows, conserving your ammo, whatnot. And Jane, you know, you feel like a rabid, sexy rat. Who did we have after Jane? I skipped Xingyi. Xingyi, you feel like, you know, a Gatling gun robot. Caesar, you know, I can go on and on, but every character, you know, just feels so distinct. They feel so unique. They feel so great. And Lighter, honestly, he took me a little bit by surprise by how much buffs he does, or like how much buffing he does, how impactful they are. Like, he obviously stuns very, very well, but I was expecting him to do that, you know. That's the one thing I was expecting him to do, and you know, he's lived up to being a very, very good stun unit. But he does a lot of damage. Like, I don't know, he's kind of like Caesar. I believe it was since like Caesar's, was it the 1.2 live stream we got, where Caesar kind of introduces herself like, oh, I'm a defense agent, but that's simply because that's, you know, the thing I'm best at, but I'm a force to be reckoned with. And like, you know, Caesar does it all. She buffs, she damages, she stuns, you know, she just does everything. And Lighter comes in and like, he's almost as universal. His damage is actually really, really good. I expect if you build this boy damage, he's actually a better damage dealer than Soldier. And like, he obviously gains buffs from, you know, when he buffs fire damage for the team, he obviously also benefits off that buff. It's like, he's just so much fun to use. Is he a must-pull unit like Caesar or anything else? No. I wouldn't necessarily say that he is still. Like, do not watch this and be like, oh shit, Hako. Now I need to, you know, go take my Miami fund and just, you know, turn it into Lighters. Don't feel like you need to do that. But he is super fun, and I've not regretted, you know, pulling him in the least. I got quite lucky, you know, you can see the trailers. And, you know, if I was a content creator, I might have skipped him just because I felt like I didn't need him with Kolida. But now, after having him and after playing around with him, I realize, you know, that is kind of silly. But yeah, he did get done a little bit dirty. I don't think his best days are here yet. I don't think his best teams are necessarily here yet. And it's honestly gonna be really wild and fun to see in the future what teams actually, you know, benefit from Lighter's massive buffs, because they are nothing to scoff at all. And it's still a little bit up in air if, you know, Miyabi will benefit from his buffs or not. You know, if it turns out that she does ice and fire damage, and both of those gets increased with him, you know, his stonks might go whoop all the way up there. So right now I'm trying to figure out teams where I can, you know, have both him and Caesar on the same team. Obviously Soldier is a good pick, but other than that, it's hard to find one. So yeah, without rambling on for too much, let me know in the comments, have you pulled Lighter? You know, is he as you expected? Are you happy with him? Are you disappointed with him? Let me know your thoughts. And once again, let me just, you know, reiterate, this isn't a video, you know, sponsored by Hoyo, you know, trying to convince you to pull Lighter. It's just my honest opinion on him as a character. he is pretty darn fun. He's pretty darn fun, and I can see myself using him a lot. Like, not just building him to, you know, make my lighter guide about that, but, you know, actually using him because he's actually really, really fun to use. So, yeah. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, Hako out. And if you like Zenless content, you know, stick around the channel. These coffee time videos are kind of my videos where I just yap into the void, like I said. And, you know, just discuss Zenless in general. It's like we're having a coffee, although, you know, I can't hear you, I think. But yeah. Bye, everybody.
I tried so hard, I couldn't feel the flow. With every battle, my body took